Yes boys, International back. You're about to learn the secrets to making crazy guitar loops for Travis Scott and Don Toliver. This loop is fucking insane. Let's go. Boys, before we jump into the video, if you're a producer trying to make it full time with your music, join the Producer G's Discord in the description. Go do that right now. Also boys, we want to connect with like-minded producers in our community. So we've made a Google form in the description below. Go fill that out. We're going to be picking out 10 producers there to hop on a call with us and provide you with some real value. Boys, there is no catch to this. It's completely free. We just want to connect with our community. Now let's get back into the video. There's some fucking mad value in here. Let's go. Alright boys, first guitar. Here's what it sounds like with no effects. Alright, effects on this guitar. We've got an EQ, taking out some of the lows. We have a convolver using the bedroom preset, taking out some of the wets, some of the dries. We have an effect rack using the preset space verb, giving it some airiness. We've got an EQ, taking out its little harsh frequency on the guitar here. And also a fruity vintage chorus. Wet is the same, noise is all the way down. Here's what that guitar sounds like now with all those effects added to it. Boys, if you haven't subscribed or you haven't liked the video, go do that right now. We're giving you the full international sauce. Let's see who's a G. Second guitar here. Here's what that sounds like with no effects. Alright, effects on this one. We've got EQ taking out some of the lows, cutting out some of the harsh frequencies there. We have a fruity vintage chorus again. Noise down, mix is quite far down. We've got a reverb, taking out some of the dries, increasing the wets. We have a crystallizer, just turned the mix down a little bit. And we've also added this plugin vinyl, turned everything down except the warp is up by about 2 or 3%. Also using the 90s/60s filter. There's a free plugin, go use that. Here's what that guitar sounds like with all the effects on it. The third main guitar, here's what it sounds like with no effects on it. Alright, effects on this one. EQ taking out some of the lows again. We have a reverb, a little bit of wet, a little less dry. We've got a convolver using the white noise preset. This gives it mad ambience, mad space, sick stock plugin. We've got a fruity chorus here, turn that down a little bit. An effect rack, yep, an effect rack. And the stereo enhancer, I turned the separation to 45% separated. Lastly, we added the vinyl plugin again. On here, we are using the 90s/60s filter. Here's what that guitar sounds like with all the effects on it. Alright, we're going to play those three guitars all together. Because of the way we recorded the guitars doing different timings when they're played together, it sounds fucking crazy. Alright, next, for the second part of the sample, we added a classic international piano. If you haven't heard our loops already, we're known for our signature piano sound. So, here's what we did. So we laid down the chords, just the same as the key. Nothing special there, basic chords. It's all in the effects. Here's what the piano sounds like without effects. What we've added here is a halftime, give it a dark, airy effect. We've added a vintage chorus, and then we added a fruity chorus. And then we added an EQ, taking out some of the lows and sort of sloping off the highs, and a reverb, just giving it a little bit of wet. Here's what the piano sounds like with all those effects on it. Classic international piano. Next we added a flute from the BBC Symphony Orchestra plugin. We've just got it playing a couple simple notes here, just following the notes in the key of the scale. Here's what the flute sounds like with no effects. Not ideal. Sounds like shit. We went ahead, added an EQ, taking out some of the lows. Added a reverb, giving it a lot of wet, a lot of space. Halftime, using the half step pattern. Added a vintage chorus, taking out the noise, little bit of wet. We added a micro shift. All right, A1 trigger gate. This just gives it a swelling pattern as the flute plays. So it's like woo, 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 woo. All right, we then added a fruity stereo enhancer, get the flute going behind the mix. We also added a stereo shaper, putting it even further behind the mix. And then we added a pan man, making it go left to right. So it's just a woo. Here's what it sounds like with all those effects. That's fucking heavy. Huge difference. Remember guys, put shit tons of effects on your sounds. They sound good, it's gonna fucking be hard. Boys, next we grabbed a vocal chop from a one-shot texture kit. Here's what those vocals sound like with no effects on them. So obviously you can hear a bit of reverb, which is how they came, but we completely process them differently. We'll show you the plugins up on the screen here. You can see them all. Boys, if you do want an in-depth tutorial on how we process our vocals and what we have in our vocal chain, let us know in the comments. That could be a future tutorial for you guys. Anyway, boys, here's what they sound like after we've put all the effects on. And lastly, boys, we added this respace. Pretty simple. We don't have any effects on this respace. It just follows a simple pattern, adding a bit of low end to the sample. And that pattern repeats again for the next 4 bars. Alright boys, before we play the full sample, again, we always add drums to our samples just to make sure they're fucking banging. Here's what the sample sounds like with some fucking hard drums. Alright boys, very quickly on our master, we just added a simple vinyl using the 90/70 effect and a little bit of warp. Just give it a little bit of detune. Here's the full sample. Remember, go join the Producer G's Discord, link in the description. Also, if you're actually a proper hustling music producer, go fill out that Google form as well. Remember, we're choosing 10 people to hop on a call with us. Boys, enjoy this banging sample. If you want the sample, we're gonna link the pack that the sample is in the description. Go make some crazy beats with it. Let's play this shit.